yeah, so it's just having a lot of feelings about it. Really, because also when my roommate came home, or like when I came home that night and or that day, and he was telling me about it, and it's like he went when he goes to the bathroom, when he goes pee in there in his bathroom, he doesn't shut the curtain, but when he goes poop, he does what. But anyways, like he shut the curtain when he went pee, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm just like, I'm not trying to, like, that's weird. Like, huh? And then also, we know when each other's like we're close to where we know when each other as like self-loved or whatever. And also like the next morning after he saw her, he self-loved, and I was like, that's interesting, but like it's not like, but I can have these feelings about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just like, I'm not going to like cause issues. I just have these feelings that I'm talking about on here. So that's what happens. And I just, all feelings are valid. It is what you do with them also. But like, this is what I'm doing with mine. Talking about them and trying to process them. And it took me a while to process them. But it still sucks. Like, and it just like brought up feelings of not feeling good enough. And like with my first husband, what is that? Oh, that's my pocket. My first husband would like make sure I knew that he thought some girl was hot. Just for emotional abuse and stuff like that. And so like I just get scared, like, and then like with my ex that I was married to when I first met my ex-friend, he was into her, or he thought she was hot, like, because he was always like, she has a nice ass, like he didn't say that until after we were broke up or whatever, of course. So it's like, well, does my roommate feel that way? Like, did he think she was attractive when we all lived together? Like, I mean, it's human nature to find other people attractive. I just, like, okay, I've been working on my insecurities. The problem that I have with it is, like, don't emotionally abuse me about it, you know? Like, and I'm still trying to work through the insecurities and be able to be, like, told, hey, this person is attractive without feeling like it's taking it from me. Because that's exactly how I was abused, and like, yeah, so my roommate doesn't do that. Like, he's not trying to. Like, there was one time we were in Dylan's, or like we were at the store here, and there was two girls there, but then he was like, when we got home, he was like telling me, he's like, they were annoying him, but he's like, yeah, she was cute, but like, I was like, oh, like, I don't know how to react to that, but like, I don't want to, because in the past, my exes too, I'd like my son's dad, I'd like react, or like my daughter's dads, like they just would like, they'd see how I'd react. One time with my, like, okay, I'm getting really, it's sorry, I'm talking fast because it's like I'm triggered. Okay, it's a trigger. It's still, I have still an emotional charge about it, so work with me. So with my exes, like my son's dad and both my daughter's dads, like, it was hard for me for them to find other people attractive because of my first husband, the way he was. And then also my ex stepmother had this big thing where like it was her insecurities too, like where my dad couldn't look at other women, and like he didn't want to, like he had a corn, you get what I'm saying, addiction, but he overcame it. And so like it was like that's when they were all getting into like Christianity and stuff, and so like the integrity and don't look the other way type stuff, you know. And I'm all for that, but like for me, I'm like, let's just be authentic. I need authenticity. Like okay, that's fine. You can find other people attractive, but can we talk through it? If it triggers me, can we talk through it? And I was never able to, but like, I can do that now. I want to do that now. But if somebody's not in a place to meet you there to be able to talk through it like that, that's fine. But like, I gotta go so that I can finish healing this part of me and not feel like I have to hide it or like whatever. So I can process this and not, you know, feel like I have to walk around your emotions. And I don't want to eggshell walk around people's emotions, and I don't want them to eggshell walk around mine, but I also want there to be the empathy and compassion where we can talk about each other's issues without it being toxic. And I'm still learning how to do that, and I'm learning that with my twin telepathically and energetically, because he always is like, no, I want you to tell me when anything I ever do bothers you, and I want to be able to do, like, I want us to be able to do that. And I'm like, yeah, see, me too. But so like he was like that anyways. Like when I was with him, he would be the one trying to talk me through the issues, and it was intense for me, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, I'm not used to this. I'm used to fuckers trying not to, or like projecting and turning it around on me and making it a whole big old fight, and I'm just trying to talk about it. But I was reactive as well because I didn't know how to communicate the right way, and now I'm learning, and now I'm like, okay. Then it makes you realize how much most people don't know how to communicate properly, and that's not always their fault, but it is their responsibility to fix it. So it's not my fault I didn't know either, but I took the responsibility and I'm fixing it. And so, yeah, that's why, well, like with my exes, they just stopped. They just pretended like they didn't find anybody attractive, but I'm like, I can feel that. I just want to be able to talk through it, like. And back then, I was like, you're not supposed to find other people attractive, but like, I'm polyamorous, so it's okay with me. Or I only like looked at other women because I thought if I don't want them looking at other women, then I can look at other men. And so like, it was a whole thing. Like, your insecurities and your trauma could really fuck up everything if you don't deal with it. And I hadn't dealt with it yet, but I am. And so I'm like, yeah, it's not your fault that you have the trauma, but it is your responsibility to heal it so you don't bleed on others. And so like, it's fun trying to figure all that shit out. It's intense, it's messy, but it's fucking worth it. I've come a long way, so I'm pretty proud of that I've come a long way. So like, I don't react, I respond, and a lot of times I just let it roll off and be like, I'll deal with it on my own. Mostly because like, so not everybody knows that you're like, is able to communicate in the same way that you're trying to, and that's okay, because we've all been at different places with our healing. But it's also okay to leave them where the fuck they are. Because we're not here to do any more emotional trauma or emotional label or whatever healing for them. You can't, like, hey Oreo. So that's how that goes. But yeah, with one of my youngest daughter's dad, there was one time I was like crying because he would make comments and he just like, this bitch is hot, or like, I don't know, he would just like be really sarcastic and weird about it. And one time I was crying about it,